Ladies, if you're eating oatmeal, fruit, or yogurt every morning and wondering why you can't get rid of this menopause belly fat, this video is for you. I thought I was doing everything right. Every single morning, same breakfast, healthy, and I had no idea it was sending my blood sugar through the roof and making everything worse. Villain number one, oatmeal. And yes, I know, oatmeal feels like the safest, healthiest breakfast on the planet. But here's the truth. Instant oatmeal has a glycemic index of around 83. Pure table sugar is 65. You are spiking your blood sugar higher than a spoonful of sugar every single morning. The fiber has been processed out. The cooking time has been engineered out, and what's left spikes your blood sugar fast and drops it just as fast. That crash is what sends you reaching for more food by 10 a.m. Villain number two, fruit juice and whole fruit eaten on an empty stomach. Fruit is not the enemy. Let me say that clearly. But when you eat fruit, especially on an empty stomach, that natural sugar hits your bloodstream fast. There's nothing slowing it down. No protein, no fat, no fiber barrier. And during menopause, our bodies are more reactive to those spikes than ever before. Villain number three, flavored yogurt. Ladies, I need you to flip that container around and look at the sugar content. Most flavored yogurts have 20 to 30 grams of sugar per serving. That is more sugar than a candy bar. We've been sold this idea that it's a health food. And again, the marketing is everything. But the sugar load, first thing in the morning, is working against you. And our last villain, villain number four, granola. Most brands are essentially dessert with an oat costume on. High sugar, high glycemic. Toast, bagels, white or wheat, they break down into glucose fast. And without protein or fat alongside them, your blood sugar is on a roller coaster before 8 a.m. Now, here's the important thing I want you to understand about why this is happening. Why menopause makes this worse. It comes back to estrogen. When estrogen drops during menopause, and it drops significantly, it changes how your cells respond to insulin. Scientists call this insulin resistance. Here's how it works. You eat breakfast. Blood sugar rises. Your pancreas releases insulin to manage it. But with lower estrogen, your cells don't respond to insulin the way they used to. So your body releases more insulin, means more fat storage, and your body, under hormonal stress, decides the safest place to store that fat is in your midsection. It's protecting you. It just doesn't know we don't want it. And here's what makes this so frustrating for women in menopause specifically. You can be eating less than you ever have in your life, exercising more, doing everything right by the old rules, and still gaining weight around the middle. Because the old rules were written for a different hormonal body. Your body has changed. Your breakfast needs to change with it. So what does a blood sugar stable, menopause friendly breakfast actually look like? This is where it gets good. Because I'm not asking you to eat cardboard. I'm asking you to eat better, smarter, and honestly, more delicious. Greetings. My name is Zenobia, and on this channel, I share plant-based recipes and fitness tips that support menopause health, hormone balance, and strong bones. This is the first of a 3-part series on belly fat. Stay with me for exercises at the end of the video. Now, let's start with our first breakfast. First breakfast is our steel cut oats, which is the perfect hormone balancing breakfast. These oats are slow digesting carbs. They supply steady energy with no crashes, high in soluble fiber, which helps reduce belly fat and keep you full. Then we have our strawberries, which are high in vitamin C, which supports skin and immune health. Blueberries are rich in antioxidants, and they fight aging and brain fog, supports memory and brain health, helps reduce inflammation. And then, of course, we have our almond butter, which contains healthy fats, which support hormone production. It has our protein and fat combo, which keeps you satisfied for hours. Rich in magnesium, supports bone, sleep, and stress. It also contains vitamin E, which supports skin health. For our next breakfast, we're going to be having sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes balances your blood sugar, helps reduce belly fat storage, and is high in fiber, which keeps you full and supports gut health. They're rich in beta-carotene, support skin and immune health, contain potassium, which helps reduce bloating. I'm also going to be adding my 3-seed combo: hemp seeds, flax seeds, and chia seeds. Hemp seeds, which is a complete protein, supports muscle and metabolism. It's also rich in magnesium, supports bone health and sleep, and it also helps maintain muscle mass, key for burning belly fat. Flax seeds are high in fiber, supports digestion and flattened stomach, may help with hot flashes. Make sure you always ground your flax seeds for better absorption. And then I have my chia seeds, which is high in fiber, helps reduce belly bloating and overeating. Also helps regulate blood sugar, which is great for menopause. So I'm adding a bit of cinnamon, which improves insulin sensitivity, helps keep blood sugar stable, which equals fewer spikes and crashes. This can reduce fat storage around the belly. And then lastly, I'm adding pumpkin seeds, which are high in zinc, supports hormone production and balance. Zinc also helps with immune health and healing. Fat, fiber, and protein, the 3 key things that you need to focus on to help reduce belly fat. Now on to our exercise. So starting with our resistance band, we're going to be doing squats and working our abductors. Now, if you haven't worked out for a while, this is where I want you to start. So you're going to bring the band up above your knees, and you're going to come up, and I want you to go from side to side. Now, the abductor is the muscle on the outside of the leg, so you're hitting your glutes and your outer thighs. So I want you to do that for 3 sets, 10 reps. And then we're going to move on to our bench squats. Now make sure your form is correct. Make sure your back is straight. Your feet are shoulder width apart, and you're going up and down. And go at your own pace. Really important. Make sure you're moving at your pace. And I want you to do 3 sets, 10 reps. So this is level 2. And you're basically doing the same exercise. You're going to go from side to side, and you're going to do that for 10 reps, 3 sets. The difference in this one is you're not going to be using the bench. You're just going to be going up and down into your squats. Make sure your back is flat, your feet are shoulder width apart, and you're using good form. 3 sets, 10 reps. This is our 3rd level, and for my ladies who are more advanced, same movement. Pull the band up above your knees, grab a weight, and you're going to go from side to side. Now, of course, depending on your level, you can always use a heavier weight, and of course, you can always increase the resistance band. Same movement, up and down. Make sure your back is straight, your feet are shoulder width apart. Always use good form. So there you have it, family. You've got your exercise and you've got your breakfast plan. I want you to get back with me and let me know in the comments if you A, did your exercise, and B, tried some of the recipes. All right, family, this is Eat Plants, Live Well, Peace, and Blessings. I'll check you later.